G'day there, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel, all of you, and congratulations to each and every one of you, because you've all done it. You found the champ dog. In your face to all the haters, everyone who wasn't in your corner, who hasn't backed you, who thought you couldn't get it done. Here you are. You found me, and you look freaking glorious. So, happy Monday, everyone. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I had an absolute blast playing the pants out of some Crimson Vow. And we will be jumping into the arena real soon. But first, it's Monday. I haven't seen you for a while, so let's have a little sip together. Oh, wow. You're looking even more stunning. So I'm going to be playing some more Rakdos Vamps. I've been having an absolute blast with this list. It's all I've played. I have done one draft and one round of sealed. The sealed went horribly. The draft actually went really well. Boris aggro, toy. But as far as constructed goes, the only thing I've been playing is Rakdos Vamps. I played it all through the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It took me from... Was I in gold? I was either in high gold or low platinum, and it got me through to diamond, and I've been hovering around a 70% win rate. A little bit lower at some points, a little bit higher at some points. Once the initial few games, obviously... if you saw my video on Friday, yeah, I didn't get off to a good start. But since then, my win rate's been sitting around 70%. I've been having an absolute blast with this deck. It feels really powerful. I have made some more tweaks, but not yet in the games you're about to see, so we're not going to talk about that yet. I'm not going to do another deck tech because I did that in the first video, so please do go check that out. This is now the third video with my Vampires list. So make sure you check the first video out and watch through to the end because I make some changes to the deck there, which will show you the current version of the deck. Or if that sounds like too much work, there will be a deck list in the description down below. What have you guys been playing? Have you been playing with the new Crimson Vow cards? What are you trying out? There's a whole lot of things I would love to try out. I'm just trying to rebuild my wild card collection. Obviously, I'm going to try like some of the new includes to mono green, probably try some more mono white. But yeah, some of the control lists actually look fairly decent. Like I've seen some good looking Dimir Control, Azorius Control. And I mean, obviously, I'm going to play around with Is It Dragons. I try to stay away from Is It Turns. It's just not a play style that I enjoy on either side of the table. But the Dragons being a little more proactive and a little more tempo-y, I quite enjoy. Yeah, what would you guys like to see me play? What have you been playing? Let me know down there in the comments. Otherwise, shuffle up. I'll catch you in the arena in a second. We take the play, of course. And is not great, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Actually lead on the ridge since we don't have a 1-drop. That's cool. That's a cool sleeve. Ooh, is our opponent on burn? This just has the biggest stats, so I'm leading on that. Obviously, this has the evasion, so it could be better, but yep. I felt like our opponent would have more removal. And in the case they didn't, I get through more damage. In the case they do, I'm left with some value in the blood token. Rakdos Control, huh? I can grasp there, Anya. Okay, so it looks like they're actually on Vamps as well, and they've just drawn a lot of removal. And this could be the Gabriel Nassif version, because he does play the 4 Play with Fire, 4 Infernal Grasp, which is maybe something I should be doing. Play with Fire, obviously cheap removal, but it also triggers Florian, triggers Vampire Socialite. Should they not have played that post-combat? I should have killed Anya before this resolved. That's my bad. Huh. Weird draws, but okay. This is an easy attack with all situation. Yeah, so Gabriel Nassif, he has the 4 Play with Fire. He doesn't play Cemetery Gatekeeper. I think he's got like somewhere between like 10 and 12 1-drops. I'm pretty sure he's got the full playset of Epicure, the full playset of Falconwrath Pitfighter. He's not playing Valentin. I think he's got some other vampire 1-drop. Or is he playing... Maybe he is playing Valentin, but like only 2. Yep. I can just burn them out with the blood tokens from there. I don't think I want the Purveyor here. The Trespass is actually kind of interesting. I probably want the extra removal. I probably want some amount of disruption. And I probably want the other Sorin. Dominating Vampire could also be helpful here, but if I'm bringing in a 3-drop, I honestly kind of think it should be the Trespasser. How good is Duress here? I mean, it's mostly going to be like removal and vampires. Maybe I don't want Duress. I mean, Gatekeeper is going to be hurting me as well. That's the only thing. A Braid. It's just another instant speed piece of removal, isn't it? And I've got like 5 removal spells. Do I want a 6th? Honestly, probably. It's a tough one. I think I got a Florian, maybe? I don't feel good about it. I find it interesting that they've called themselves Sephiroth and got the Sorin avatar, because his Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII is also like incredibly pale and has long white hair. So I don't know if that's intentional. I mean, it's probably not. They would have had this username before the Sorin avatar was available, but difficult decision. Who's going to play first in the aggro mirror? I don't love this hand, but it's keepable, I guess. I've got some interaction, and I've got some creatures that leave behind value if they're killed. I no longer have some interaction. Don't have a 1-drop, so I might as well play this now. No 2-drop from our opponent. That's interesting. No 3-drop from our opponent. That's interesting. That passed really quickly, so it doesn't look like they have the interaction either. Maybe they're just pinched on red mana and that's what they're waiting on. But it's really weird that our opponent hasn't played anything out. Have they tried to morph into into the control deck? Because I don't think that's correct. They've brought in Duress, which I understand. I was going to bring in Duress too, but I ultimately decided this might not be the matchup for it. It's probably, if you are going to bring it in, it's probably better to do it on the play, so that you can play out some threats and disrupt your opponent on the cheap. Okay, are they going to 2-for-1 themselves to get rid of Florian? They are. Plus we get some value from it anyway. Yes please. Yes please. Maybe I should have played Sorin there. You want to remove another creature? I kind of want you to remove another creature. Well, I mean, this is a little awkward, isn't it? I really want to get rid of that socialite. But if I do, I don't get to play anything else. But I still think it's worth it. Playing out Sorin, I have no way to keep him alive. I could tick him up and he wouldn't take too much damage. Sure. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, that is going to be a problem. And I do need to find a solution.
For the sake of all innocence, my will must I bring my own army.
Still, he gained me 9 life there.
One more grudge.
Feels good. 2 transformed Bloodbat Summoners, jeez. So, they die. Suck it. Yeah, I really didn't think this was the right matchup for the Blood Vial Purveyor. Even though, obviously, it was really potent because I was producing Blood Vials and my opponent's likely to too. You're in a black mirror, I'm gonna have targeted removal. Turns out I didn't in this case, and the Abrade wouldn't have answered it. But, I could have played out Florian, start digging for it. It's one of those matchups where your Purveyor is likely to be answered. and you're giving me value. Obviously, it would have been really threatening if my opponent had survived another turn there, because I didn't have the answer to it, and it tramples, so it's not like I can just chump block it. These both flipping was amazing. Like, I don't think that's going to happen very often, but obviously that was just dope. And we could have dug with Florian if that hadn't happened to try and find an answer. But yeah, I don't know that this is the right match for Blood Vial Purveyor. Honestly, I don't think Blood Vial Purveyor is a very good card. I have one in my sideboard for like mono green and mono white, just because it's really big. It's difficult for mono green to remove because they rely on fight spells, and it's got 6 toughness. Plus it flies and tramples, so it's a really good, it's like a decent creature, it seems like, in that matchup. Mono white might struggle to remove it, although they have the Cathar. But against any sort of interactive deck, it's pretty easy to remove for any non-damage based interaction, and you're giving your opponent the means to dig for an answer if they don't have it. That said, I am going to be putting up a deck soon that does run this as a 4-of, but that's I just want to see how that goes, because that deck also runs for Reckless Stormseeker, and that just seems like a really wicked curve. Turn 3 Stormseeker into turn 4 Purveyor, give it haste, attack 3 for 6 in the air. Seems pretty good. This isn't the most promising hand I've ever seen in my life, to be honest, but we do have that 1-drop tucked away where we can barely see it. We've got an Abrade to play on turn 2, turn 3 Florian, turn 4 Sorin. So it's a okay curve. We might not be able to play Abrade on turn 2, but it might not matter up against a Dimir deck anyway. We drew the Socialite, so we would love to be able to play it this turn, but we just straight can't, so them's the breaks. Yep, that's fine. Better for them to spend it on that than something else. This plays around another disruption and gives us some value against removal spells. Meat hook for 1, sure. Hopefully we top a land here. So I'm actually going to ditch the Abrade to try to find one. There we go. Creature Factory online.
You will serve me well.
I'm surprised the level of animation they put into the tokens here and the blood tokens as well. That's pretty unfortunate. That was a very clean answer to the Sorin they had there. Feel a bit sad. Main phase Memory Deluge. I guess they have missed a couple of land drops. Okay, if I play out the Florian, I'm obviously playing straight into a sweeper. But I do get to dig for something, like he does at the very least replace himself. But I do not get a counter on him from the Socialite, which is a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, this is all a little bit brutal, isn't it? I guess we take the Den, get the creature land. I don't particularly want to play out a Valentin into a suspected sweeper. They don't seem to have it. I wonder why they're playing Ice Tunnel. I guess just to have a dual land. Oh, they even said good game. That's nice of them. Okay, so what comes out here? One of our 1-drops comes out. Anya comes out. Sorin comes in. Duress. Go blank. Trespasser. Cut the Grasp. Cut the Abrade. They could bring in Imrith. They could have Hullbreaker Horror. They could have a few other things, but I think still the the Infernal Grasp is one of our weaker cards, so I'm going to do something uncomfortable and just cut all of them. And probably cut one Florian because we did bring in quite a few 3-drop cards. I don't like cutting Florian, but what does one do? I guess I keep. We are so soft to a sweeper with this hand. Yeah, there's oh, it's just non-land, not non-creature, non-land. I'm surprised they took the Epicure. I mean, it does get us the most value. They could just have a meat hook here. No, they don't, because they don't have the other black sauce. Florian makes sense. I'm really surprised they kept in this much discard against me. I mean, it's not the worst card, because, like, we have a lot of cheap spells they can snag with it, so, like, it's not ineffective. Surprised they didn't have some kind of removal for this glutton. They're obviously hunting for black mana, which could represent a Meathook Massacre. Casting this is risky. But both of these are out of Massacre range, so... Targeting my own yard just to, oh, now they're not out of Massacre range because I played 2 spells. That's an oops. Okay, we get there though. Targeting my own yard just to get the extra reach off the Trespassers. Alright, that's it for today, guys. It's always nice to win the mirror match. And I'm surprised how quickly that Dimir Control matchup went. But what does one do? Quick game. We got the win. We're not going to complain. Any win is a good win, right? Right? Anyway, as always, my lovelies, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Here's to you. Now you. Yeah, you. I'm talking directly to you. Stay brilliant, and I'll catch you real soon.